Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we're back with Burst Me Code. We just got out of the room with a deduction, and Ira has a fucking gun! Which I am assuming that's exactly where Tia got that gun from the fireplace and shot through B with it. I can only assume it's just because the whole reason it went all strange on the whole thing, killed everyone's because of that murder thing. Because one of us was a murderer. I can only imagine what would happen if he went through the bartender's one and saw there was a bomber amongst this group. Oh boy. And I'm thinking through it now, but the start, like, was a choice between Serbia and Nvidia. Maybe it was a better idea to put more trust into Serbia, because definitely it seems like now, since we already had the choice like to kill Ira off, we didn't this time. It was probably better if we actually went down and trust Serbia. And I can only imagine bad things that happen since we have Nvidia be the death this time. We'll see like the dead ends for here, and depending on which ones I think like are more intriguing, I'll probably like either finish this off or like go back and like finish off the other route where we kill off like Ira. And now we're back out. Without masking our uneasiness doing what Ira demanded of her just because he was the one to grab the revolver, Cora left the room first, immediately noting the door next to theirs was still closed. I guess we're, as always, the first people out. I wonder if we're gonna... If there's ever... I doubt it, but I think if there's ever gonna be a chance, we have to, like, get more trust into Ira. Or at this point, it seems like... I can already figure this is gonna be dead end, but... Probably the kill Nvidia off. Yeah. That's another thing that's bringing out, like, I already mentioned before, but yeah, Averita and Nvidia are really putting themselves in the suspicion route so far. So, I can only imagine. With the window obstructed by that metal plate, she couldn't see inside to make sure everyone had made it out. As the hallway were completely silent, other than for her and Averita following her, she figured no one else had solved their room yet. Oh boy. I can only imagine, like, one of those, the principals and office and whatever else the other room would be. Look, I'm not gonna do anything bad, okay? Sure. It's just like I said. I don't want any of you to fucking kill me like that. There was some truth to his words. The more Cora watched him carrying the gun, the more she realized he really didn't know how to use it, which would only be helpful to her. Yeah. Does that mean that Serbia knows how to use a gun? Or, well, I guess he could just, you could really just fumble with a gun around and, like, learn to shoot it. Like, I don't think I've ever, like, handled a gun, well, a long time ago. I think I can just fumble a way to use it. It wouldn't be too hard to try and get it from him. But let's not forget he's also pretty built. Yeah. He can defend himself even without the gun. For now, Cora decided not to think about a violent outcome and instead focused her thoughts on what they learned in the room. There's a murder amongst us. Yay. So the group was a real threat, and it wasn't Ira. It would be best to get the others to follow the same train of thought, but how do we guide them there? At this point, I had no idea. So Helper was the answer, huh? Do either of you know who that refers to? Like I think like Avery said before, we can't figure that out without, like, delving into people's psyches and personalities, and I'm pretty sure we don't have enough time to do that in 6 hours. Or 5, or how long it's been now. Averita calmly shrugged, not even denying to open her mouth to say a single word. Who cares? However, Ira had a more irate reaction. You don't want to kill them? Just don't question it, okay? It's not me, but whoever it is, if they learn we know, you can bet we're gonna be meeting the bearded guy in the sky soon after. He pointed upward as he spoke. Dang. We're going down. Yeah. There isn't any way to, like, let's go after that. I'm not really smart, but even I can understand it's dangerous, so keep shut if you know what's good for you. Which means best to bring up during the next vote. That helps solve this issue. I doubt we'll have time to do that, so it's just gonna be massive blame throwing. However, maybe I can make sure I'm right on who it is first in another session of hacking. And wait, so you don't exactly know who the murderer is? Well, I get. Wait, if you know the person's personality, how do you not know who a murderer is? Like, sure, those are the whole web forms, but how do you know about who the personality of the murderer is? If they mentioned before on the website, was basically everyone anonymous and you just don't know exactly like which goes to what. But if you know there's a whole like a black market dealership or just a criminal group, and you how do you find out these are the people part of the group and kidnap them and they all in agreement that they're part of the group? So how do you not dock someone or trace their location and realize, oh, this goes to that person, instead of realize, yeah, how do you not know who the person is? That's just on my mind more often. How do you not know who the traitor is? Which I guess all in due time, I guess. And here comes our first guest. Oh, hi, NVIDIA. I can already imagine. Alice's thoughts were interrupted when the door next to him unlocked. NVIDIA emerged in the scene of Ira brandishing a revolver, looking threatening. I'm threatening, get away from me, which gave him pause. This had for effect to stop Goulis dead in her tracks, but not before she bumped into NVIDIA, causing her to fall forward to the ground. That was a nice effect, actually. I love that. Ow! Hey, please watch it next time. Oh, my apologies. Looks at gun. It was not under my assumption you would be ceasing all movements this readily. Now that she was out and she could see it, Goulis cautiously watched the gun hanging from the lion's hand. I'm not gonna shoot anybody. Stop making a fuss over it. NVIDIA was still in the process of standing up. No one gave him a hand, so Nkora stepped forward to help him. He shook his head in protest. I'll be fine. It's okay. I'm just bumped by not just a single body, but the entire gravitational force of two celestial bodies. Okay, that's not the time for those kind of jokes. Hey, that is completely uncalled for. Avert your gaze and your uncouth thoughts from my chest this instant. It's hard not to notice them, honestly. Wherever I look, they are there. They are there. God damn it. Or at least a bit of them are. And in this, you and I turned away all the way around. Ula clenched her hands into fists, looking downright aggravated by his jokes. Thankfully for her, the party got into full swing when the third door unlocked in the distance, and Tricity's helmet popped into from around the corner. Were they dead? Oh, you're all... He paused then, noticing the gun. Don't worry, it's a confetti gun. It's not a real one. Ira roared an annoyed growl at that reaction, which was quickly becoming the norm as each of them joined the gathering. I can already imagine Sir B is going to be great. Cling. Will you guys stop? Stop what? Stop being cautious about around a freaking weapon? Have fun with that. It's just a gun. Just a gun. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. It's just a gun. It's not anything bad. It's just a gun that can immediately kill you into the astral plane of hell and heaven back in front. It's nothing dangerous. I'm not gonna shoot anyone. Nobody's gonna be scared of this, okay? What do you mean, just a gun? That kind of thing is highly dangerous. What's the matter now? Someone's got a gun. The other girl came in after the horse. She evaluated the situation from NVIDIA dusting off his hands now that he was back on his feet. The group somewhat awkwardly waiting to see how things would go, and friendly to Ira, who still had the gun in his hand. So you basically, at this point, you have to, literally, you have to, reveal, you're, with Ira at this point, if you're not going to say anything. Simple then. You just take it apart. Without any traces of fear, she walked towards him. He made a movement to aim with the revolver, but she effortlessly pushed his arm away with her own. Look, do you want everyone to stop getting scared over it or not? I thought I heard something about that just now. Just open the gun. I don't know how to do that, okay? Then let me do it. And Cora could tell that Ira really didn't want to let go of the gun. But after a moment, he absconded from the position and let the rabbit have it. It's really easy. To empty the gun, there are two ways. One is to open it like this, the cylinder. She did exactly what she said she would, taking out the 6 bullets and closing the gun again. Then she slid the bullets one by one into her shoes. Oh yeah. Now nobody will be able to shoot with it. The revolver without a bullet is useless unless you want to clock someone with it. Got it? Simple enough, like I said. That? Huh. She now handed the .9 revolver over to Ira and took it back. He put it in his pocket, now that the danger of holding it was past. Yeah, I'm starting to see it's definitely you two for trying to shoot me in the fucking head. I wonder why you started shooting everyone though down that route. It was like a weight had been lifted off the group. At least until Tia panicked. Oh no, we're running late. The vote. The hour's coming to a close soon. We've got 10 minutes before the time for the vote is over. Let's just vote then. We've got all this time to do it. On top of that, we already found 2 meat cards in our room. We found 2 meat cards too. I guess we all found 2. So that's 6. I don't have a meat card. So that means... Oh, damn it. It could have gone smoothly, but we had to search for more again. We already searched this whole place and didn't find any earlier. Let us away towards a second thorough search. Perhaps we'd not given a due concern proper. Perhaps we'd not given a due concern prior. Bitch, please, talk normal. I swear, you gotta drop the thesaurus. Oh boy, here we go. Apologies once more, but I've no thought to expend towards little Salius Jezebels. Oh no. You're saying I'm a slut, bitch? So you understood those words? Look at you again and say once more. This is what you precisely are. A highly uncouth one, completely undeserving of my attention, mind you. With your looks, no wonder your mind jumps to that. God damn it. Just by looking at you, I can tell you had more dongs in the bell of an old church. Okay, that was hilarious. Good girls, can we... What a laugh. Have we witnessed the singular moment in which your only duet of cellophalic cells have formulated a sentence composed of more than the word bitch? I don't give a fuck about what you think my head composes. It's composed of brain. But if you don't stop bitching at me, your head is gonna start decomposing instead. Girls, stop fighting. We gotta... And furthermore, you've been a pain ever since you first arrived with your little friend who was voted out. Out of your starting group, you're the last one. I wouldn't tempt fate if I was you because your group's dropping like flies right now. The timer's running out soon. Earth calling to bitch face number 1 and bitch face number 2. But they didn't listen. Oh boy. Even though the boys attempted to bring the 2 of them back from their bickering, they simply continued. Pray tell then, incapable rabbit, what do you propose to solve our timely dilemma? Should you continue this line, we'll duly surrender our right to live. This is gonna generate. Something has to be done, and fast, or else. Before anyone could do anything, least of all in Cora, Serbi got the revolver from Ira's pants. Oh god. Whether or not he'd want to stop her, he was too surprised to move. The kick of her shoe, she got a bullet and sent it into the chamber lightning fast. Oh fucking Christ. Hi. That's how I'll solve the problem. Say hello to your little bitch in hell for me. Oh my fucking god, you The bang that echoed was telltale what just transpired. A bullet hole had gone right through Gula's chest, who probably fell down, hitting her head hard on the wall. What the actual fuck? Well, you certainly killed someone before, like you mentioned at the very start of this game. You murderer. You're the one going to... The helmet she wore activated, and the resulting explosion kicked up tons of dust and smoke. By the time dissipated, the body was headless, yet the wall behind her was barely suffering damage. Whoa. And this is the second way to empty the gun. You can thank me later for saving your lives, since we won't need a vote for this hour slice. Sir Bia threw the now empty gun away and walked out before anyone could say anything. Everyone was too surprised and frozen in shock to do anything of the sort anyway, and Cora grabbed the gun while no one else moved. While she was doing it, she had a thought for Gula, and her head turned back to look at the body, which is now a mess on the floor. A mess that was getting redder by the moment. Fucking apple. What just happened? We just witnessed the whole divide of life and death unfold. Sick. I could be sick. Please suppress the urge to throw up. I can only imagine you're just gonna get flood up and just drown yourself in it. Oh god, that's even terrible. Oh god, why even say that? Why'd I think that? He walked away from the others, not content remaining near the dead body. I should have stepped in. Maybe I could have prevented it. Don't blame yourself over it. I guess something like that was inevitable. Now what? What about the vote? The only guess I have at this point is either we need to find more, no matter what. If I doubt it, but we have more trust in Ira, which, after the very first helmet hacking stuff, I don't think we're gonna get that chance again. So we need to get more trust in Ira. Or I can imagine, like, I have to go back to the very beginning and, like, go and give trust to Sir B instead. Now what? What about the vote? We've got another hour to think about it, but maybe there is another way. It's like me said, the votes aren't necessary. They are if we want to make it further in. We need a vote. We can't just kill everyone one by one until we hit 3 left, unless you want to be unable to disarm the bomb. Much as everyone hated to admit it, all the survivors felt similarly. Well, at least even me said like you had to have at least 2 votes. So yeah, no matter what, 2 votes are gonna happen, even if we killed everyone like immediately right here. So why did you just decide to shoot everyone right before we had the 2nd vote? Jesus Christ. For someone who's logical. As much as everyone hated to admit it, all sorts of similarly, Ghoul dying was an unwanted outcome. It meant they couldn't die for the next hour. And yet they were still trapped in this section until they voted again. For some of them, it also gave them a clear target to eliminate next. Not that any of them really were as close to Ghoul as to wish for revenge, but Sir B's threat was made manifest. Let's split up and gather our thoughts. The group agreed and everyone set out in a different direction. Cora left with first, splitting for the rest to check around the corner further south past the room she explored with Rita and Ira. Maybe now we get to hack. Oh yeah, oh boy. Right now I'm in a tight spot. This might also be the place where NVIDIA's like, I guess, the proper way to die. Like, everyone has a proper way to die in these votes. Maybe now would be a good idea to hack. Let's see. Matching frequencies are Tricia, Sir B, and Ira. Okay, we have to choose Ira again. I'm very curious to see what Sir B is up to, but I've got choices, it seems. Anyway, who's it gonna be? At this point, the only thing we can do is give Ira, and since we have a matching 66 NVIDIA, and it's matching 66 with Ira, we'll learn how, like, what happens if we match things up. Like, you know, they're immediately, like, you know, there's like a tie. Like, which one it takes advantage of. I guess you could also go with just a Tia right now, but... No matter what happens, we can't go through Bia because trust is so gosh dang low. I wonder if we gave trust to that, went with, like, you know, talk with Luxuria, like, you know, how this whole thing happened, then talk to her, then do this helmet. That'll probably be the way to go, but... And we already had a whole thing with Ira. I think that's going to be dead end, so let's go Tricia now. I changed my mind. Wait, what is this? There's nothing? But our helmets share the same... Oh, God. Does that mean he's dead, too? What the... Oh, my God. There's not much I can do about it right now. I have no idea why this is happening. Maybe there's an error in the program or just missing something vital somehow. Should let me immediately boot. There's not much I can do about it except pick another helmet tag for now. Anyway, who's it gonna be? It's weird. Really weird. Well, we can't choose him, so we can't choose Rabia, so Ira it is. Onwards we go. Equalize in order. Oh boy. A, B. Maybe letters. One, like, I guess like alphabet goes to numbers. 1, 12. times 22. Oh boy, we have to use calculator math. Can you imagine? 2, 1, AB, 1, 2. But then... where would we put the 22? Is that an I or just a 1? That's an I. Let's see. Yeah, like numbers, okay. Equalize and order. Yeah, okay. Equalize and order. Well, this is order, but I doubt it, but I want to be sure. Okay, so we need to find a way how these, like, I guess... equalize them first, then order, yeah. Okay, so A1, 2 is B, times that. So I'm assuming this is 12, times I. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. That's the 9th letter. 9. Wait, hold on a second. A is 1, B is 2. I doubt X is technically that. Let's see. X is 22, wouldn't it be? And A, B, I would be 9. I is 9th letter. So 9. How do we equalize this? 1, 2. Then times I, the 9th letter. Do we times it with, like, this is 1 and 2, that'll be 2. If we're using the X as the multiplication thing, that'd be 2 times both of these multiplied. So 9 times 26, 234 times 2, 468. No, I doubt that's gonna work. It's all ordered here. Yeah. The numbers are correlate to numbers or not? 1, 2. Those should go to that. I wonder if this goes all the way. Wait, so like we multiply every single number here, which goes to this, or? Okay, so let's see. Equalize, then order. How do we do that then? If we don't have a starting point, then what's the point? Each side adds up together. Oh, add up together. Okay, that's kind of better. So 1 plus 2 and plus 9. That's 12. And X is, we'll just be double check. 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. That's 24, actually. Not 22. Seemed close enough. 36. 62, that adds to 62. For like all the letters added together, so that's 62. $62, and on this side, this is all goes to 43. So with a, so to make sure like the letters like translate to numbers, then organize them when they all add up together. So there's a 9 on both sides. And since this size is bigger, maybe the swap. Okay. AB 2 plus 9. Since there's 2 9s over here, I is a 9, and there's a 9 over here, we don't need to swap them. Or have them both the same size unless we want them to equalize, so... 3... No, yes. 3 plus 9 plus 24. Oh boy. 1 second. 3, 9. I swear to God, if Roman... no, I doubt it, but I swear my brain is going to explode if there's Roman numerals with X. 3, 9, 24 for X. Then 22. That goes to 58. So... That's still not enough. 58 equals 44 on both of these sides right now. 58 and 44. We need to get maybe both an I and a 9. Then how would you organize a letter and numbers? Okay. 3, 26, 24, 22. That makes it even worse. 75, yeah. How do we get numbers down? So 6, then 2. Let's see. 3, 26 for Z. That's 29. And obviously that goes plus 7. 36 on that side. Now that goes weird on this side now. We need to have a Z, then an X over one side. That makes it worse, doesn't it? Yeah, huh. How do we equalize? Each side adds up together. Since X and Z are on one end, simply how do you do it like this? X to 22. 1, 18, 7, 51 for the right side right now. Unless I'm completely wrong with the letters going with the numbers. 51. Oh, no, that equals 51. Okay, so how do you organize this? Both these. So we go letters on this side first and that. So if we do with letters and less, well, there's letters on this side in the front, letters on this end. No. Okay, so maybe letters first and then the numbers afterwards. Let's try that. No. Maybe just like what they correspond to in like terms of letters. So how do you organize an I? 1, 6 I is the ninth letter of the alphabet, right? 1 A B C D E F G H I. Yeah, just be sure. 9. How do you organize a letter I in a 9? Z X 24. So that goes A then 2. B then 2. Yeah. Guess it doesn't matter if it was I or 9 first. So it goes as that. Oh yeah, quick question. If you want, because sometimes those puzzles get too hard. I was wondering if I actually should like trim those down, or like, you know, just to get to the ending, just to keep it pacing or not, or does it show off exactly like what I do? Just, I guess, leave a comment down there if you just want me to see me bumble with that. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had a small thing to take care of real fast. It seems Ira went off somewhere without Averita, and he just came back to her. Since he doesn't have the key, he couldn't get into the corner room anyway. I thought I saw a me card, but it was just my imagination. It's not like we really need to find more right now, though, right? Avery went over to where Ira came from and knelt beside Gula's dead body. I guess not. She has a card and a few keys in her, but we still need to gather a sufficient number of cards per leader anyway. Oh boy. More couldn't hurt. The teacher held them out. Yeah, I know. Clear as day, there was a me card in the palm of her hand and the other two keys. Their teeth appeared to form the letters I and G respectively. I forget the key we gave to NVIDIA at the very beginning. I forgot. Well, that's a lot of keys you got now. 4, right? Yes. It may be a little too many. Want one? Oh, I guess. Don't know what they're for or anything. Just take both. I already have 2 keys, so I may as well spread them out around. Aaron took them both, rubbing the back of his head awkwardly at the motion. I can only imagine those keys go to the final, like a final end game of like the final votes. Like it said like you need at least 2 main votes. And then, and since we haven't like managed to get past a main vote yet, I can imagine like that me says like the newer console in the center opens up like where you use all the keys in there. Solve that. Then how did did the keys open like different areas of the school too? I can't remember if that's the whole staircase went down like the second hacking thing when we were killed off before the main vote. Did we open it with a key? I need to rewatch that. He clearly wasn't used to saying thanks or just being polite in general. He was never around good company. The two of them remained silent for a few seconds. Both of them were looking at the dead body as though both of them wanted to talk about it, but also wanted to avoid doing it. So, about Aura. You know what we're gonna do next, right? Yeah. So I was thinking maybe just don't. Don't what? Don't vote for Bia. Look, okay, I know she's kind of mean, but she doesn't think half the things she says. She's just that kind of gal. Maybe she shouldn't say them then if she truly doesn't mean what she says. Yeah. Listen, no, I mean, yeah. I don't know if I should be mentioning it to anybody, but, like, her family's kind of fucked up. They're rich, right? They're kind of loopy. They have this whole indoctrination thing. Oh my god, fucking cult families out now. I don't know what to really call it. They talk about God and shit, and it's like, just shut up already. But she's gotta live with that every day. Her dad's a scientist or something, and he's into some serious shit. And talking drugs and stuff like that. Oh boy, it's like Scientology, oh god. I don't mean drugs like crack or weed. Stuff that is apparently supposed to control your flow of thought and connect you to God or some bullshit like that. Look, I don't think that even works, but yeah. Her family's rich and they're doing kind of shitty shit, but they don't exactly hide it. It's like they indoctrinate themselves into doing it. That makes her a better person. Yeah, well, I just kind of want her to get out of it. Snap out and realize she's not God or a prophet or better than anybody. How do you know all of this? I honestly don't know. Remember we came back a bit earlier with the room we explored. There was a mansion lobby that was the same as her family's mansion. And then a large ornate room. You know? Pristine, white and gold and really holy looking. Oh god, I thought those two rooms are completely separated, but oh, are you telling me that throne room is actually part of their goddamn house? Oh god. It made me remember, I kinda helped with the drugs, I guess? Pandora drug dealing. I slipped into people at school. I guess that's my crime. I see. Well, I'll keep that in mind. All of that. She gave a nod towards them, but she was clearly looking off to the side. I returned around, seeing Tristia coming by. Hey, you two. We're going together to vote. It's weird how some helmets don't work on people. Does that mean we have to, like... What's weird? Like, like in the flowcharts, like if you get someone killed like with Luxuria, like it gives a weird icon in the 9 things above. Does that go with the helmet hacking stuff? But doesn't make sense with like the first 3 hacking helmets. There's like even a secret helmet there, but nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I can only imagine that goes down to a separate, different flowchart. I can only imagine like like it's like similar like zero-time dilemmas. No, not zero-time dilemmas. Like no, that's actually like the most confusing flowchart ever. I'm talking about Virtue Celestial War. Yeah, that was it. Where it gave you like basically the whole. It seemed like it gave you the whole entire flowchart. The second you go down one, like the true end route, it just continues and continues and adds more to the flowchart, like that sort of thing. That's what's gonna be right here. Like you get to the secret helmet stuff, then instead of going to the 3-way voting, like the 3 main helmet things, it just goes way skyrockets down like a stock market chart and just goes a completely different direction all entirely. Oh boy. He looked at Averita and Ira, but looked more so towards the former. It seemed like he wanted to say something, but he refrained, perhaps because Ira was around. Seen Ancora? Oh, yeah, she's over there around the corner, I think. He pointed towards the hall past Ghoul's body. Tristatia thanked him and walked further in the direction of Ancora's hiding body. It definitely seems like there's supposed to be like at least someone here who knows what the whole hacking helmets thing. Then comes the question of like, how much does the traitor know? Like with the hacking, like the puzzle, like the very first one, like that one was supposed to be activated. And walked in the further direction of Ancora's hiding spot. Got this fast, or else I'm not gonna be there when he comes around. However, Ancora's helmet no longer displayed anything this time, as this thing happened knocked offline. No sounds or any visuals to be heard or seen respectively, while it should have been flowing everything from Helmet's point of view once more. Something's wrong. This clearly happened if someone forcibly knocks it offline. Maybe someone bashed the helmet caused a resonant effect strongly enough. Why did I not feel any of it? Eventually, the helmet rebooted, and Cora's vision became filled with Tricia holding her to help her back onto her feet. Was it him? Could it be that he closed it that quickly and knocked at the helmet in time that it was taking me to have the connection back? Are you okay? And Cora harbored the strange feeling that perhaps it has been his fault. She acted surprised when he was holding her, only to pull away from him a few seconds. I'm fine, don't worry about me. I guess, actually, like, this whole loopy thing actually might work with the whole mastermind thing. If you think that was weird, you can just play it off like, I had another goddamn vision. I'm fine, don't worry for me. Hey, wait up! We have to meet up with the group. I'm going there, it's fine. Shrugging the light dizziness she was feeling as a result of the altercation, Cora put as much distance between them as she could, making a beeline for the voting consoles. Yeah, we have, like... who's it gonna be? I doubt it's gonna be Ira, but, who's it gonna be? Yay! Sure, they all gathered to do the vote soon. It was 20 minutes past the hour, so they should still have 40 minutes, but there was nothing to do until then except vote. I can't shake this feeling that someone did something I wasn't aware of during this part. Well, we couldn't see Trisatia's helmet. What was it? We also couldn't see Gula's helmet that way either. Does that mean that, like, there's 2 people? Or the very second, like, someone bashed their helmet at the very moment? That's strange. You can't really be aware of someone hacking your helmet, like, you know, at the exact moment without knowing it. Even if you were the traitor and know about the whole hacking helmets thing, you're just playing things off. How do you know exactly when and where the real mastermind is going to, like, hack into your helmet? That's just practically impossible. Or unless, like, maybe they got the idea from seeing Sir Bia knock their head off, like the beginning before the main vote. Huh. Maybe the traitor actually has access to all the hacking helmets and got the idea from that. Oh, Jesus. Does that mean, like, if that happens, that means our friend basically just, he sold us out. Whatever they are. Sell out. I can't shake this feeling someone did something I wasn't aware of during this part. Something's missing. Feels like running into a wall head first with your eyes closed. Not On the way to the staircase to the voting consoles, Ancora passed by Rita and Ira, but she didn't outwardly acknowledge their presence, instead acting like she was in a hurry to go meet with the others at the crossroads. Why are they still in this wing? The only explanation for Rita, she's taking the meat cart along the Gula, but Ira doesn't have anything to do here. Yeah, I think everyone's starting to figure out things. Like, both Tristatia and it seems like Luxuria are also, like, the very biggest threats. And there was Ira's speech in the room we just explored, too. It gives them a whole new meaning. It means we can't trust her Bia. Ancora hesitated as those thoughts went through her head. There was an even bigger problem at hand, and there was no way to do so given the puzzle piece of the information she had. The bigger problem is, who knocked me offline? All these details will have to be shared for the vote. So it's either like, at that moment, like literally like, either Ira's helmet was shook, or just see someone that just rushed around the corner and smacked her. What? That's the thing. Like, how does does the traitor absolutely know who the mastermind is right now? Literally, all the questions I have is just like, how do you know who the traitor is? How do you know who the traitor is? Why are you doing this to find the traitor? That's the biggest question in mind, and I already know you're being spoon-fed information, but it's just so concerning. It's probably safer to talk about it when they're physically incapable of movement in front of the shotguns. She heard the staircase leading to the crossroads. Infinity approached her, closing on her from the entrance to the first hallway. Oh, there you are. Triss and me were looking everywhere for you. I mean, Triss and I. No, it was me, not you. I mean what I said. Are you literally gonna deal with grammar right now? I mean, I deal a lot with English, like, and I don't care about grammar. As long as it sounds right, or sounds alright, then that's it. No question about it, okay? I'm very chillax about this kind of stuff. Why do grammar Nazis exist? Okay. I don't let that happen. God damn it. I'm just saying it's incorrect to say that. Oh my god, please don't tell me we're one to. Besides, you could just say we. But where's the fanciness in that? Hey, who cares if it's correct or not? He has the right. He's great. He's just great, okay? Are you a teacher or something? Well, I mean, we don't know what subject Avery teaches us, but apparently the mastermind teaches them. He's teaching a very good old class to figure out some mysteries and murders and how to figure out who a bomb maker is. Okay. Besides, this doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. Just forget it. What's important is that we're going to take another vote very soon, so be ready with us. Yeah, I know. I'm heading there. The conversation came to a bit of a standstill. Infinity was clearly hesitating. The exact nature of the reason behind the hesitation was lost in Ancora. Was it because of our loopy episode earlier? If she wanted to get anything out of him, she'd have to take the first step. What did he answer? Ancora knew what she wanted to talk about. Without any much hesitation on her end, she spoke, forthcoming about her incident. Someone assaulted me. I didn't see who it was. Is that so? Assault, like, punched you? I was struck from behind. I passed out for a few minutes, not long ago. It's probably this helmet that caused me to lose consciousness. You know how Bia accidentally hit the ear of her helmet on the doorframe earlier? She screamed bloody murder? Imagine that, but from a direct hit. I wasn't around back there, so I can't say who attacked you. Do you have any suspects? He was more open to talk about now. To act out of concern for her calm than Cora. You came out of the first hallway, so it sounds like it wasn't you. Trish found me and helped me back up, so maybe it was him. I can't rule out that possibility. Oh boy. Otherwise, Ira and Ava were both in Wing A too. Then there's Bia. Oh, it can't be Bia. She's been around here this whole time as far as I'm aware. So... Well, just from our look around with... Okay, so... Wait, so does that literally mean that if we're still going on with this thing, that means, like, technically Chris is the only person who did that. I'm confused with the old thing. I'm a bit confused about the whole, like, Han. Did I misread that or misunderstand, like, the whole thing with the helmet things? Like, did we literally just get knocked out, or is it just acting in our part? Like, if being knocked out, like, getting hit in the head and getting knocked out was really what happened, then, oh boy. That can only be Triss, actually, then. But if it's acting, then, oh boy. That's gonna spark some good old-fashioned stuff with Triss. That could have worked with him if we got more trust in him, but we need to find a way to, like, how do we exactly get that? Like, get down to those secret helmet things. Like, we couldn't see Gulas and the other ones either, too. I wonder how this all matches up, too. But you went into the hallway, didn't you? You might have missed her slipping by you. Triss went to Wing A when we split up. If she did, you'd run into her, I think. And Cora can be sure now. Sir B definitely could have handed doing something bad, but he didn't run into her. Okay, let's eliminate Suria from the suspects, then. That'd be great, yes. Oh, hi. Do you want to speak your innocence right now? They had been so engrossed in their talk they hadn't noticed a bunny girl coming by. She walked down the stairs to join them with a slightly irate tone. Are we going to vote now? Look, time's ticking and we've not reached the next set of rooms yet. If we already died, so you got a 50% chance of coming out of alive too. Would it hurt you to be a little more sensitive sometimes? Nobody likes a giant bitch. This thing's not quite right. Generally speaking, Sir B is a giant bitch, fine. But she's very forthcoming now. I mean, more than usual. She's definitely up to something. Sir B shook her head and clicked her tongue, annoyed. Just come up here. It's not magic, it's just a few stairs. I guess it would be the obvious thing to, like, you know... Like, it definitely seems like just from the whole shot and the chest thing, just for doing that, you would obviously have a backup plan for that. Like, someone even more suspicious than shooting someone point blank? Jeez. I'd be pretty confident with that. Maybe it was probably better if we, like... Well, actually, no matter what we did, it was always going to come out like this, no matter what. Go back and, like, vote for Sir B off. Looking behind herself, and Cora noticed the rest of the group closing in. She decided to walk up the stairs before they caught up with the trio already in the crossroads. And here we go. Contrary to what one might think, nothing special happened as the group acknowledged everyone else and stepped forward for the vote. And Cora took her spot in front of the booth with a shotgun designated for her. I'm still curious as to why we as a mastermind still, like, you know, have our gun to be, like, you know, turn that on. All cards were swiped. Yeah, and here we are. But still, honestly, like, legitimately, why is it that... like, why does the shotgun, like, kill us? I'm honestly curious about that. All helmets were fixed. At that moment, no one could move anymore. This is where it would be best to point out the discrepancy of events. However, I'm kinda lost. Nothing really connects or makes sense. Should be suspicious. Maybe that's a good spot to start with. Before Cora could say anything about Serbia, the group was already done with their deliberating. Been lightning fast. The only one who was in an agreement to vote for Serbia was, to no one's surprise, herself. Serbia was surprisingly not putting much of a fight, though. She was fairly annoyed, but it was nothing on the level one would expect out of her in this situation. Okay, this is very weird. Even the other one. Okay. So she obviously something up her sleeve, then. This is stupid and dumb, and you're all stupid and dumb. Nice argument. Those mean the same thing. Oh, shush you. Either way, she's too dangerous to leave alive. We're all in agreement, right? I guess there's not much more to say about it. I don't know. And what? What are you going to do? Ava, Cora, Vidia are going to vote for Bia. Surely you can tell voting otherwise is futile. I guess you're right. Fine then. Sorry, Bia, but they're right. Bia didn't say anything. Something is definitely wrong with this. Normally she would have been out of her mind the mere mention of killing her. But is it too late to do anything about it? This uneven talk. Everyone on their votes for Serbia has convened. Hesitating a little, and Cora looked at her too. Her vote wouldn't amount to anything alone. Yeah, so everyone basically knows what's going on, so unless we have very big evidence. This is the bunny girl. She picked the same one. She voted for herself too? Oh, this is bad. We just got played, didn't we? God, you're all so fucking dumb. I wasn't saying anything because I knew I couldn't held my laughter if I did. The screens exposed the votes before. What happened was surprising when we voted. Even though everyone was seemingly voted for Serbia, and Cora was the one with 6 votes. What? Did you? And Cora stared in bewilderment at the results. It's the final thing she was staring at. She couldn't even finish her sentence before the gunshot echoed out. This outcome, and Cora surrendered her right to live, leaving the future in the hands of those who had wronged her. She had only time to hear the first part of the explosion before she was truly ended. Her head engulfed in a torrent of heat and destruction. I guess this is what one gets for being blind to what's happening. It would have gone differently if I'd known something else, most likely. Maybe it was some misplaced trust. Whatever the reason is, it's too late now to ponder it. It's still disappointing. At least I'll have pretty much all of eternity before me. But the box remained shut. So unless we have, like, I guess a big enough reason to figure out, like, how basically everyone just managed to pinpoint us into, like, does that mean the traitor somehow the behind the scenes just, like, got everyone on their side, like, that quickly? Like, Jesus Christ. It's weird. Yeah. Very weird. We didn't exactly find anyone else, and you are very weird. You're weird. You're weird. It's the only one we have Serbia, so... Well, I'll split it up here, but I'm definitely gonna go at the very beginning and, like, see all the choices that go when we go with Serbia instead. If this is a trick, how do you trick someone after being completely... Shot someone in the fucking head, and somehow there's someone even worse than that? How did you figure out it was Cora being the mastermind or doing something worse? Like, literally. Huh. Well, I guess I'll end this here to go back and for the next time to see what happens if we like go all the way and trust Serbia. Well, quote unquote trust her and see what happens there. Maybe find out exactly what she's doing, because it seems like Ira is completely split up from her with Irita. Can you imagine? We only got these two. Where did those go to? So far, really nothing. Exactly. Can you imagine, like, this is the one that has the most end goal, and this one probably is just death, and then novel, death. So yeah. Oh, there was also a way for us to just die immediately right here. Oh boy. Can you imagine it's when some people are tied? Is that what happens when you get tied with different things? It's immediate death for you? Yeah. I'm gonna go with that assumption unless proven wrong. So yeah. Oh, we'll go down to Serbia's route the other way. And then see what happens going from there. We'll like even see like the other choices to make, since you know you can't exactly like go, which I can understand now. Oh boy, I was actually a bit frustrated at figuring this out, but yeah, it takes a while to get used to the flowchart. I can definitely see some people saying that before. I think I don't remember exactly where I said that. Like I've seen people say it before, like discussion chart. I was actually looking on like Steam discussions, like I guess away from just to figure out exactly how to operate the flowchart, just like get a better understanding of like how things would work. I think I've seen some people said before that it takes a lot to get used to, and I completely agree with that right now. I even got a bit frustrated with that too. Oh boy. Actually recorded like going through like with the other choices, but I went a small tirade about it, which was completely undeserved. Because I didn't know, and it was not very understanding. It was just stressed. So I just started to cut over that, just replay, and just like... yeah. Doesn't really need the stress I give it. Oh boy. So, Having a fun time watching as I'm playing this. Hope you see you next time to see exactly if we kill Sir B or we die ourselves again, or we manage to get someone else killed off here. Time only tale. And I'll hope you have a fantastic day.